This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Jordan. Looking down the middle. He caught him. They will score. Touchdown, Penn State.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback making checks. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. The throw. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They are up against it. A third and long, needing a touchdown here in overtime. Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. A first down run on the doorstep. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Indiana! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He is denied, and they will not be able to take the lead. Sun Devils will put toe to leather and will get started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. On the run, it's Berry. Makes it past the marker. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. With the catch, it's Anderson. It's a seam wide open. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. A strike downfield. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. You're going to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They give it to him again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. It's Humphrey. Crosses the 35. Out of back up on the play, spotted at the 32. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Flushed out of the pocket. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to the running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block them. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in. It's Humphries. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Now adjusting. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Finds his man. It's Coleman.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Oh, they're after him! And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground.
He's got it along the sideline. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Makes the catch. It's Perry. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Fighting off the defender. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line. Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Gets rid of it. Snagged in the middle. It's Humphries. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. It's Iamaleava. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into it for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your what.
Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Flying down the left side. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Indiana!
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Stretches it on the right. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
That receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. Pulled down at the 45-yard line, and that's the kind of ball hawking a defensive coordinator loves to see.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down.
And the Wolverines will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He's in open space downfield. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Back to pass, it's Manning. Here comes the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Caught over the middle. It's Humphries. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Down and touchdown right out of the chute. They'll try to keep their first drive alive by converting on 4th down from their own territory. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off the spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Trying to get behind the defense. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. He wants to change this route. They'll start this drive with a pass. Extending the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Humphries. The stiff arm gets him loose. There he goes. The 20. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Dropping back, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Humphries. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And after the interception, he brings it back and gets it inside the 35.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
So now it's second and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on second down. Looking to buy time. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And the QB leaves the pocket and he scrambles out and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football with the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. So they gamble on 4th down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
4th and long. I mean, what just 4th and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And
touchdown, Indiana! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
To the air, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Hunter. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Grbac or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught near the sticks, it's Davis. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And the Wolverines are flying down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Steps away to find some room. Going to try to get it himself. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
And this defense is dialed in. This is fun to watch. The pass defense, albeit on a string, understanding their responsibilities, almost had another interception there. They are hunting the football.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Manning. And that is interception number 3 on the day. inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Out of the gun, the inside give. There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some movement.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Checks it down to the back. Turning on the Jets. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Quick completion on the out. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Looking for room. It's Berry. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Hoosiers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Hoosiers! First points of the day are on the board.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The give to the back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They tried to run the counter, but absolutely nothing doing.
And those counter plays take a little longer to develop sometimes. You're usually pulling 1 or 2 guys, and that penetration in the backfield can kill you. You can get to the running back before he gets started.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Wants to throw. It's Moss. Quick strike complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big third down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Bruce.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Grab near the marker is Coleman. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that wasn't easy. Hitch route on 3rd down with tight coverage. The receiver doing a great job shielding the defender away from him, catching it and getting the first.
First play of the period, first down here. Quarterback running on the draw. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska's had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Husker!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Here's a hit. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hoosiers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, this quarterback started taking a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
And the Hoosiers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Forced out of the pocket. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Brown has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for Lentz.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Moss. Lets it fly. Working on the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Rushes on him. Unleashes one deep. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man. It's Coleman. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Looking to scramble. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Pulls it in down the sideline. Here he goes. Touchdown, Indiana. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to let one go back to the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. It's caught. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Here's the pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC would be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
He's got the tight end. He's brought down the one of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buys a little time. Going for 6. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. The Hoosiers will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to throw, it's Moss. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able...
Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This offense is done being patient. They're down on the scoreboard here. Now, early in their first possession in the 3rd quarter, they're being aggressive. They're taking shots. They're trusting their playmakers outside to get it done. That time, the defense, really nice job forcing the incompletion. They were ready.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Huskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Power football with the run.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. The Huskers get enough for the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. catch in the middle. It's Coleman. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. They want to run it left here. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Moss. Looking to the big tight end. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains, it's first down at the 27. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Wide open spaces. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. The Cornhuskers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with a run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's 2nd and goal. Around the corner, it's Brown. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
And took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is the guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The throw to the outside is complete. It's a running room. And the defense drags him down.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Makes the catch. It's Humphreys. Running through contact. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Handoff from the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun to give to the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Use the play fake, now to throw. Steps away. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him, try to get him on the ground. But this defense choosing to blitz right now in this football game.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. Quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
Quarterback may change this route. To throw, it's Underwood. Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Indiana! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down. Bringing the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Wide open downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Defense might bring the house here. Under fire. He's going to run it. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Moss. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of the DB. Nice job by the defense.
Under fire. Had to get rid of it quickly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Looking left. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Last completion got them a 1st down. Let's see what they do now. They'll run it. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. Unloads quickly. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Hoosiers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Floating away. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. He's loose. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Right back to him on the ground. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get them. it away to start us off. From inside the 10, here he comes. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Terrell. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Fires left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Trying to take it back. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Great job getting the interception. Maybe an even better job on the return. You got the convoy. You're finding your blockers. You're out in the open field. You're saying, hey, coach, watch me with the ball in the open space. Maybe I can get on offense and get a few throws. That was a phenomenal individual effort.
The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators will tell you, go give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And he's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Oh, it's always frustrating as a quarterback when you put it on the money and the guy drops it. But you know what you got to do? You got to build his confidence. Buddy, I'm coming back to you later. Just get your mind right. Get ready, because I know you can make that catch.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. The short hands, it's Rutgers.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. Quick completion on the out route. Oh, a lot of space. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there, because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss. And with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that. And as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Thomas. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. The sure hands, it's Smith. On his feet at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, this isn't the start this guy envisioned. We're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has 2 drops in the game. He's got to get his mind right.
Gonna look downfield again. Right on target this time. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught over the middle, it's Terrell. Tripped up for the tackle. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Texas! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Makes a move. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go. He did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
The ball pops out on the return. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Once he got some room, it was over.
Never quit on a play because you never know what will happen. How about him breaking the long run? I love the effort by the defense. Trailing him, getting there, and then they get to him and they make the big fumble. But how about the lucky break? The bounce towards the offensive player. He scoops it up, rolls into the end zone. What a big momentum-changing play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. starts a drive trying to go up top. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Longhorns need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Terrell. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Moving away from pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Rucker. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Back to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on third and long. That's reeled in. It's Smith. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Unloads to the wideout. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he tacks on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Slips a tackle and he's got room. It's a seam wide open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. the stiff arm. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Got a man. It's Rucker. Turning it on. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete on the right side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can pick up the first without scoring. He's got it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. They'll immediately call timeout.
I got to be honest, guys. I'm a little surprised by the coverage on that play. It's 3rd and short. You can't allow a hitch route to pick up the first down. You've got to have way tighter coverage than that.
And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Touchdown, Texas! Fit it in the window for the score.
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He gets a block. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. The Hoosiers will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with them, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They'll run it. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Catch in the middle. It's Rucker. Runs through a tackle. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line. The Longhorns are on the move. The give headed toward right tackle. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Quarterback adapting. He'll try to do it himself. Ball's out. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10.
You start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Let's it go to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Indiana! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing, trying to burn this defensive back. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.